It's President's Day weekend here in the States. President's Day may not be the time that you think rock and roll music, but maybe it should. I'm going to talk about 5 songs that rock, that give me some kind of theming or vibe for a President's Day holiday. The General from Dispatch from 1997. This is a very kind of American folk, but almost jam bandy song a little bit. Talks about a story of the general, a decorated general who had a heart of gold, who was out there, and he let his men know that he was going to fight no more and that they should take a shower, shine their shoes. They got no time to lose. They're young men. They should be living. Go out now. You are forgiven. He has a vision, this general, of the battle to come. It doesn't look good, and he has second thoughts. He's still going to go out there and do what he needs to do, but he doesn't want these young, brave men to go out there with him and sacrifice themselves if they're not ready for it. And, gives me thoughts, feelings, and maybe what it was like a little bit for some of the heroic forefathers of America, some of the ones who President's Day is, named after and about. Rockin' in the Free World from Neil Young from 1989. This song, as the name suggests, talks about what it's like to rock in America, the free world. And depending on your point of view, it has maybe not always the best view of what rocking in the free world is like. But hey, you're out there and you are rocking in the free world, and that is what America is about. This song is a song that has become almost an anthem when you hear bands play, and there's a couple different rock bands together, and they're going to get together and you're going to have a bunch of famous people sing a song. This is one of those songs that a lot of people gravitate towards when you get a bunch of artists up there. You're going to jam out together. You're going to rock. What song are you going to do? Rockin' the Free World comes up a whole lot. Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden from 1982. This song talks about basically, the war and the way that America was started. You got the white men coming, and you got the Native Americans running to the hills in defense of the war going on between the new peoples in the new land and the peoples that were there. And it's a sad story, but it is the story to an extent of the start of America. And it is the story that led to what became the presidents. So I do think it fits in with the theme. May not be the happiest, nicest story. Doesn't really necessarily, support the presidents per se. It's a prequel to President's Day. Run to the Hills, you could say, is. American Idiot from Green Day from 2004. I'm not saying that this is a good or a bad view of the American political system, but American Idiot was written, intended at the time by the authors of the song, to be somewhat of a critique of the American political system. And, I don't know that it was really written about a specific president or a specific person. It could be, but really, depending on what side you lean, you could use this song as a knock against really the left or the right side. It's meant to be kind of an anti-establishment. We don't like whoever's in that role. And that is the thing about the president. It does change. So even though the song was written in 2004, it was written in a way that they were meant to kind of reflect probably whoever was in there. There's been a whole lot of changes in America since 2004. But this song theming was really meant for whoever's sitting in that, top chair there in the Oval Office. Peaches from the Presidents of the United States of America from 1995. This song itself doesn't really have much of a good theme for President's Day, but the song is by the band called the Presidents of the United States of America, so it definitely fits if you ask me. They have other song, The Presidents, but this one is talking about peaches, which is kind of American. They think about, Georgia peach. They're put in a can by a man in a factory downtown. That sounds very downtown, very American. So of the songs, it probably does fit. Presidents of the United States of America were, really in the 90s. They weren't a one-hit wonder, but they were like a 2 or 3 hit wonder. But this is a cool song. It's a unique song. They had a very unique kind of sound to them, and a strange name for a band.